Second practice, 2 minutes. Jedden, Legend, Tennessee, CRB, 2 minutes. Good morning. Welcome to Live Jai-Alai in the Magic City on YouTube's Jai-Alai Channel. I'm Stu Nyman, and I'm here with Andrew Bleckman. We're pleased to welcome you to this Sunday matinee performance. We have 8 games in store for you beginning at noon. In addition to fast and fun Jai-Alai action, each of today's games offers win, place, show, quinella, exacta, and trifecta wagering. And if these terms are new to you, we'll explain them, or we'll try to explain them throughout the course of the performance. We also have a pick 3 wager in Game 4, the high-paying High 5 jackpot that begins in Game 3 with its $2,000 guarantee, and the all-new Mighty Ocho jackpot that begins in Game 1. Online wagering is available at watchandwager.com, or if you happen to be in Connecticut, mywinners.com. However, placing a bet is not necessary in order for you to enjoy all that we have in store for you today. We do not have any scratches in today's performance. That includes the announcing staff. We all seem to be here. And we recognize, ladies and gentlemen, that many of you are... Well, some of you are still sheltering in place. I know I was for the last 3 weeks. Or staying safer at home, venturing out, wherever you are. We hope that you're safe and healthy, happy. We're very pleased that you're tuned into Magic City for these 8 games. This is, of course, a slightly amended program that we've been doing. We're going to play all singles today. However, we still have those exotics and special exotics. And on a personal note, I'd like to say thank you to those of you who have chimed in, wishing me well on the live chat, or actually gotten some Facebook messages. A few of you who known or were told my phone number, gotten some text messages from some random numbers, and of course I usually just respond very meanly and aggressively when I don't recognize a number, so people won't do that. But no, I very much appreciate the support. I have, we won't belabor this, but I have a solid negative test under my belt. Haven't had any symptoms in just about a week, so definitely feeling much better. I'm sure I'm suffering from some post-COVID brain fog, so we'll see how that goes as I start announcing hockey or something like that. But apart from that, It's good to be back. We're very pleased that we're with you as we close out this week of Jai-Alai. And Andrew did a phenomenal job. I tuned in for most of the time and most of the games that I was gone these last 3 weeks. You sounded great. You do play-by-play really well. I appreciate you giving me back my seat.
Well, thank you, Stu. I don't know if anyone's more excited to have you back here than myself. Got the Al Michaels to my Chris Collinsworth back here in the booth to the right here. Wow. So it's going to be a lot of fun today. We got some talking points that I want to get to. Haven't had an opportunity to talk about it. Obviously, your highlight insight and the way that you understand the game definitely a little clearer than I do and can explain things a little bit better. So looking forward to having someone to talk to about that. And it's good to see you're back here. Going to let someone else maybe potentially take home that high five today, huh?
Absolutely. In fact, I have complained. Okay, I wasn't really out with COVID. You want to know what the issue was? It was the stew flu. You've heard of the blue flu? Well, this was actually the stew flu. Because what happened was, that's Ben yelling in the background. As soon as folks started winning so many of these high fives, my
excitement's palpable.
My agent tells me that the Cayman business part of my contract is out the window.
Really?
That there was some high five clause in my contract. So he says, well, they're hitting too many high fives. There's no money to send you. And Scott's sticking to his guns, and he says he's not sending. I don't care if we get to 200, 300 people. You're not going. I said, what kind of crap is that? And so anyway, I said, I'm sorry, I'm not feeling well. And that's it. And I went out for 3 weeks, and Scott said, you could stay 4 if you want, because the high five is more important, and you're just, and that's it. So that's what happened.
Well, good. That high five today is going to be over that carryover here for the first time in a couple of weeks there, so someone going to take home a pretty nice payday. Definitely get those bets in, as we've been saying, a lot more predictable maybe than in performances previous, and it's going to be a lot tougher when everyone comes back here when we're fully healthy with that full roster. You get a collection of those middle games, some doubles games, and maybe a late game in there as well. A lot tougher to pick it than when you got this 8-game singles performance here. And before we get into this first game, Sunday matinee performance here, 8 games to close out the week, all singles games, we're going to have the video that will explain the scoring format for today. First 7 games feature spectacular 7 scoring. Here's a video that will explain it. Take a look.
Spectacular 7 singles games are played with 8 players. Each player wears a different color jersey numbered 1 through 8 on the front. These numbers are traditionally referred to as post numbers. Post numbers are used to signify the order in which the athletes will play in a game. These numbers are also used for betting purposes. Don't be confused by the numbers on the back of our jerseys. Those are just for fun. Each game begins when the player in the post 1 red jersey serves to the player in the post 2 blue jersey. The served ball must land between the 4 and 7 lines marked on the court's side wall. If the ball lands between those lines, the serve is good and play continues until one of those 2 players wins that matchup. The player who loses the matchup exits the court and waits for his next turn at the end of the rotation. It's important to note that every game has 2 rounds. The first 7 matchups in a game make up round 1. Each matchup in round 1 is worth 1 point. Round 2 refers to all matchups that take place after the 7th and final matchup of round 1. The number of matchups in round 2 varies from game to game. And in round 2, each matchup is worth 2 points. The first player to earn 7 points wins the game.
And now just under 4 minutes till we get into this first game. Take a look at the weekly standings here. We've had all singles games this week, so the number of wins here are going to be a little higher than maybe in previous weeks. We have the Golden Cest Award here. It's going to go to the player that earns the most singles wins every week here at Magic City, so in a singles-only week. Ron leading the pack here. He had 12 wins. He set the pace, pretty brisk pace out there. Won the first 4 games of that Thursday matinee performance there at Grand Slam. His first 4 appearances. It's cooled off a little bit. I mean, a lot of high fives have gone with Ron winning there. Still collected 12 wins, which is pretty exceptional there. But one guy that has a chance to maybe knock him out of that Golden Cesta here for Week 12 is Bueno. He has 10 wins, Bueno, including 2 of the last 4 yesterday. He played really, really well. Don't know if you were watching. I think you were chiming in the chat there last night. But Bueno, he's just been absolutely incredible, and a guy that's been playing here only 2 seasons, only in his second year here, and hanging with those big guns out there. 70 fantasy points for him if you're playing along with that. Ron at 73, so those 2 guys really collecting a majority of the wins here on the week, and both been playing really well, Stu.
Yes, no, I have been watching from home, where I've been for 3 weeks. Yeah, no, have been watching, occasionally chiming in. Obviously, I got the result back yesterday, so Scott said that he wanted me back today. No reason to announce it in the live chat last night. Just figured I'd show up at work.
You want to surprise the people, yeah.
Which is what I did. But yeah, that's why I was a little chatty last night in the.
You're just excited.
Chatty in the live chat on YouTube. Chatty in the live. See
Chatty
the alliteration.
in the live
I think I may have lost all the alliteration. I think that may be the issue.
It's all gone.
No, but I've seen some fantastic. You know what I commented yesterday in the live chat. You know, Andrew Luck coming back, and obviously he's been out for almost as long as I have. And throw the ball where your opponent's not. Legend was standing at the 11 line, right about where he's staying now in the practice. He's staying back there. Anderson's got it on the right side in the middle of the court. Why would you throw it hard and back?
Yeah.
Kenny can catch those. Throw the 2-wall. He threw it. Kenny's fast enough to get there, so you got to throw a good 2-wall. Like seeing stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely there.
And we have 1 minute to go till we begin Game 1. Game 1 is now 1 minute away, and we are scratch-free in all of today's games.
Just as a whole, you were talking about, Anderlecht coming back and Jed, and both of those guys collecting a win there in their first day back here in a couple weeks. But the play as a whole, these couple past 3 weeks here, namely you got Ben Bueno, Tennessee, El Barba, CRB, although he's been struggling, been playing a lot of games. These guys have just been absolute warriors and really been giving it their all, diving for every rebote, and it's just been great to see. There's been some really good highlight. Let's close out the week here on a high note.
And with that, we're ready to begin. Game number 1, a spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Game 1 begins the mighty Ocho. Serving in the red shirt of post 1, we have Juice. Receiving in the blue of post 2, El Barba. Juice serves. We begin game number 1. Juice from the forehand at the 10 line. El Barb on the left side. Ball tipped. Point 2. El Barba gets the first point of the afternoon, serving. Now to Ben. This matchup has Ben receiving. White shirt at post 3. Big reverse thrown by Ben. El Barba hustling. He got assessed on it. Was not able to complete the rebote. Point 3. Now receiving the green shirt of post 4. This matchup has Ben serving to Bueno in the green of post 4. Nice backhand by Bueno off a good serve by Ben. Bueno from the forehand. Ben, rebote to the inside. Bueno reaching up at the 10 line. Good catch by Ben. Showing some good control from the forehand. Low and hard to the inside. Bueno's there. Rebote comes low and scores for Bueno, point 4. In this matchup, Bueno will serve to the black shirt of post 5. Here's Jedden. Scoop. Missed. Point 5. Now receiving, yellow shirt at post 6, Legend. Ball tipped off the serve, point 5. In this matchup, Jedden will serve to Tennessee in the pink of post 7. Tennessee low and hard, scooped up on the forehand of Jedden. Tennessee from the right side. A lot of follow-through there on that forehand from Tennessee. Rebote by Tennessee, thrown hard. Jedden's there, dropped it, point 7. Here now to complete the first round and receive, wearing the purple shirt of post 8, we have number 18, CRB. CRB over the top, looking to get big bounce on the inside. Catch by CRB. There's the backhand. Rebote forehand saved by Tennessee. CRB steps in, takes his time, throws it too hard. That hit the overhead screen. Out of play, point 7. 7 gets the last point of the first round. All points are now double. First to return in the second round, the red shirt at post 1, Juice. Ball tipped off the serve, point 7. That gives Tennessee 4 points. Receiving, El Barba. Made it in just past the 4 line. Not a pretty serve, but was in. That Rebote, on the other hand, was not. It's all right, Tennessee. Point 2. El Barba has 3 points in this matchup. He serves for the white shirt at post 3, Ben. Powerful backhand by Ben. Rebote left side, thrown beautifully by El Barba. It did clip the wall. Excellent effort by El Barba. Ben working hard to hold on to that ball. Scoop attempt, just tip. That's a well-played point by Ben and El Barba. Point goes to the 3. In this matchup, Ben will serve to Bueno in the green of post 4. Typical Rebote missed on the forehand of Ben. Point 4. Bueno has 3 points. In this matchup, he serves to the yellow shirt of post 6, returning to the court, Legend. Legend sends it deep, caught on the left side of Bueno. Rebote left side by Legend. Here's Bueno. Scoop attempt tipped. Point 4. That gives us our first possible game point here for Bueno in the green shirt of post 4, trying to stop him, Jedden, in the black shirt of post 5. Ball dropped. Point 5. Play continues. Back and ready to receive. Purple of post 8. Here's CRB. CRB low and hard, caught on the left side of Jedden. Nice backhand by Jedden. CRB from the left side. Another good catch by Jedden. CRB and Jedden chain trading left sides. Forehand rebote now for Jedden. CRB moved up on it. Throws the carom. Jedden read it, stopped it, returns it from the left side, and it scores. Well played, 0.5. That gives Jedden a possible game point here in our first game. Trying to stop him. Red shirt of post 1, Juice. Point on game, ladies and gentlemen, of the black shirt of post 5, Jedden. No playoff in our first game. 5 wins it, 4 places, 7 shows. Unofficial order finish 5, 4, 7. Your prices will be up in a moment. Oh, I think the rules that were in existence before I left are still in, which means that if the first game starts off good, there's a good possibility we'll see some good play throughout the rest of the performance.
I was going to say, there's been a lack of lackluster first games. Wow.
Now you're testing me, because trying to keep up with that, I don't know how to do.
No, but in all seriousness, now these first games, these past few weeks, I mean, we haven't really had any of those games where you just,
the garbage
serve,
ones.
over, serve, drop, but it's been a lot of good competitive play here, and that one no different to start it off.
Awesome. 5-4-7 official order finish for game 1. Coming in first, post 5 was Jedden, taking second, post 4. Bueno coming in third, post 7. Tennessee. Your prices are on the board. Your $2 Quinella 4-5. That's first and second any order, so 4-5 or 5-4. $36. The trifecta 5-4-7. $377.60. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is our second game. It's a spectacular 7 singles match. Played 2 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Post time for game number 2 is now just 7 minutes away.
And for any of those new fans out there who may be joining us for the first time, we're going to have an explanation video here. It's going to explain in simpler terms how this game of Jai-Alai is played. Have a look.
The main rule of Jai-Alai is simple. Players must catch and return the ball in one fluid motion. Sounds easy enough, right? So how do you win? You can win a matchup simply if your opponent overserves, underserves, or serves the ball out of bounds. On the flip side, your opponent wins the matchup if the serve is so good that you fail to catch and return the ball to the front wall. If your opponent fails to catch the ball before it bounces twice on the ground, or if your opponent's cesta makes contact with the ball but doesn't catch it, then, in both of those cases, you win the matchup. You can also win a matchup if the ball bounces around in your opponent's cesta during an attempted catch. This is called juggling, and it's illegal in Jai-Alai. Another way to win a matchup is if your opponent throws the ball and it lands out of bounds on its return from the wall. The overall game strategy for a Jai-Alai player is to make it difficult for an opponent to reach the ball in time or to execute a rebuttal play.
And now just under 4 minutes till that second game, game number 2 here. And Stu, one of the talking points that I wanted to get to today was the play of one of the guys out here on the roster. Kind of gets a bad rap there in the chat section, and just want to talk about it. CRB here, and I think that over these past couple of weeks, got to look at the big picture here with this situation he's dealing with. The only guy here outside of Bueno who he had some Jai-Alai experience runs in the family there. Only guy here, second-year player that's been playing in this collection of 12 singles players here.
Right.
And he's been competing against guys like Ron. He's been in games against Ron, Carballo, Kubala, Ben, Tennessee, Bueno, guys that, let's be honest here, have a lot more experience and are, particularly at this stage in their career, a little bit more advanced. So the fact that that he hasn't been getting down on himself, he's come out there and he's made more diving rebote saves, and he had 1 point there last night against Ron. And Ben made a comment, he said, great point. He ended up losing it, but diving rebotes, making a lot of saves there. A lot of people have been getting down on CRB, but just want to say, a guy that does everything right technically. I mean, you see the way that he's catching there on the left side just looks so much more fluid. He's been playing really well, and, it's a little difficult when you're learning the game the right way. I mean, you could throw low, hard forehands and, just hit it above the pad, and, you may miss a couple of shots there.
What do you mean by that, Andrew? don't.
Right, but you know what I'm...
Of course.
The point I'm saying...
Look, the guy never picked up a cesta before January of 2019, okay?
Yeah.
Or maybe he did pick up a cesta, who knows? But he didn't start practicing until and he's left-handed. Okay. So to be where he's at now, and that's one thing, a number of people in the chat who have been throwing a little shade where he's concerned, and it hasn't been too aggressive. People, and when
You're
people bet
to
on
your opinion, of course.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion. But the truth of the matter is that a lot of them have either professional or amateur experience, and they always talk about, is this guy a B player? Is this guy a C player? Amongst the amateurs, they shoot each other. Right. And obviously in traditional professional, you have early games, you have late games. So look, for someone to have only been playing a year and a half and only have one season under his belt, and then this season we haven't been playing, we get shut down, we have to open, people get sick, all of a sudden you're playing late games. He's all over the place. I have nothing but positive things to say about CRB. I mean, he's just great, and what he needs is consistency.
Yeah.
And when he's able to get a bit more consistent, when he's able to show more control, then you're going to see more really positive play out of him.
Yeah, I think these next couple of weeks here, when we get everyone back and he gets back into the game level that he, really should be playing in right now, I think he's going to have a really good end to this season here. He's improved. I mean, just this week here, to be able to hang in there with a guy like Ron, who has years of professional and amateur experience, you would never see that in any other sport with a guy with only a couple years playing against someone that, was professional there. So when we get back out here, I think CRB is going to go on a nice little run there and pick up a couple more wins, because these reps for him in these later games, although he's not winning and it doesn't really show up there in the stat sheet, I think this has been a really positive week for him getting these games. I think for a couple guys as well, you've seen them improve. Also Bueno there at the beginning of these past couple weeks wasn't even really in contention there in those later games, and then he ended up winning a couple there. Really good points against Ron, so we're ready to get into game number 2 with that, right?
Ready to begin our second game, a spectacular 7 singles match. Played to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt of post 1, we have number 37, Tennessee, receiving in the blue of post 2, number 10, Juice. Our first matchup has Tennessee serving to Juice. There's the serve. We begin game 2 with a tip ball. Point 1. Our second matchup has Tennessee serving to the white shirt at post 3. Here's El Barba. That serve stayed to the inside, tipped to hit the sidewall nicely, and then cut back in. Point 1. Here's green shirt at post 4, Legend. It's a hard throw by Legend. There's a rebote save. That touched the I almost said rail. You see? See? Falling back to 20 years ago. Right. We don't have a rail here. Touch the top of the pad. Point to the 4. Black shirt at post 5 receives. Here's Jedin. That's an overserve. Ball's got to land between the 4 and 7 line. That went just past the 7 or touched the 7 line. Even if it touches the line, it's over. 0.5. Here's post 6, CRB. Low and hard by CRB. Jedden's there. Jedden goes deep to the overhead screen. A little too deep. 0.6. That gets CRB on the board with his first point. In this matchup, CRB will serve to the pink shirt at post 7, Ben. Another strong backhand throw by Ben. Ben taking it in the air instead of the scoop. That's the smart play. Got a nice bounce, and it scores for Ben, 0.7. Here now to complete the first round and receive, wearing the purple shirt at post 8, Anderluck. It's a great catch by Anderluck off a good serve by Ben. That ball was bobbled by Ben, 0.8. That completes the first round of play. All matchups are now worth 2 points through the end of the game. First to return in the second round. Post 2. Juice. Good catch by Anderluck. Nice backhand. Juice on the rebote. Stays inside. Anderluck takes it on the forehand. Throws a carom too much of the side wall. And out of play, 0.2. White shirt at post 3 receives. Here's El Barba. It's a nice throw by El Barba, just passing. El Barba on the forehand. Here's another rebote for Juice. Juice goes to the floor again. That's going to land in perfect. 2 score, 0.2. Juice has 4 points. Here's the red shirt at post 1 receiving. This matchup has Juice serving to Tennessee. Ball tipped by Juice, 0.1. Here's post 4 returning, Legend. Point 1. Tennessee has possible game point, trying to stop him, and the black shirt at post 5 is Jedden. Tennessee for the rebote. It's a 2-all. Jedden with a hop makes the catch. Returns a carom. Smart play. Tennessee actually caught it, but he caught it as he was going into the screen. Could not return it. Great effort by Tennessee, who's going to apparently replay it on the court, which we really don't need. Come back and sit. Let Jedden serve.
He tried to do he's trying to do the Carballo, pointing to him out there in the crowd. I think only he can do that.
CRB receives in post 6. Rebote by Jedden. Gets a good catch by CRB. Hard backhand. 0.6. CRB is on the board with 3 points. Here's post 7, Ben. CRB got there. That's beautiful positioning of that rebote right to the inside and scoring. Beautifully thrown. 0.6. Possible game point here for CRB in post 6, trying to stop him. Anderluck. It's an excellent serve by CRB. That's going to score for the win. That is point and game, ladies and gentlemen, to the yellow shirt of post 6, CRB. No playoff again. 1 places, 2 shows. Unofficial order finished 6-1-2.
Look at that, Stu. All we needed was a little positive juju in the air there, and I know Roland was trying in the chat there, needed some help. We got you, Roland. CRB there picking up the first win. Nicely done there. Good to see him finally break through. It's been a really, really long time for him to get back in the win column there. I know I gave a little fist bump there. Everyone's excited. And just a good guy, just a class act. Hasn't gotten down on himself at all this week. And he trained with Ron, something that you didn't see as well after that. I think it was that Friday evening performance. He seeked out help from Ron on his reverse on that left side and was working with him for about 15, 20 minutes after the performance. So a guy that clearly is committed to it. Loves the game here. Only in his second year of playing professional highline now, so all of you that understand the game and how difficult it is to play, that's a really strong improvement, a tremendous improvement for him. Finally breaks through as the prices are on your screen now.
And our results are official from Game 2. Coming in first, post 6, was CRB. Taking second, post 1, Tennessee. Coming in third, post 2, Juice. $2 Quinella, 1-6. That's 1-6 or 6-1, $76.40. Look at that trifecta. The 50-cent price, 612, $999.35. Song was standing at a window saying, I just want to bet another $2, but I can't do it. Just kidding. And 6 to win, $22. That's a nice win. Good win price for CRB. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is game number 3, a spectacular 7 singles match. Played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. No scratches in game 3. More importantly, game 3 begins today's high 5. That high 5 which completely screwed up my contract negotiation of getting 4 nights and 5 days in Grand Cayman. But no.
Hope it was worth it, Stu.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about that clause, so we fired Lefty Moskowitz. He's out. He's done.
It's done.
Terrible agent. I don't recommend him for anybody. He didn't tell me about that clause. And post time for Game 3 is just about 7 minutes away.
What really keeps me focused on getting better at this is that I really believe in myself that I can really make a difference on the court and really make a difference for Jai-Alai as a sport in general. And I believe that I could be competing with the best. That's what makes me want to keep going. So I think my biggest goal is really just being better than I was last year. I think that's what matters most. I think last year I had like 43 wins. So as long as I'm getting more than 43 wins next year, I'm going to feel great.
And it's been a while there for CRB since he's gotten back in the win column last week, week 11. Didn't finish in the top 2 in his 42 appearances there. This was his 36th appearance this week. Finally breaks through there, getting the win. First time in 2 weeks. Congratulations to him. And folks, as Stu said, high 5 starts here in this third game. Last chance to place bets for the high 5. 2,000 guaranteed jackpot bet. But you see there, over, wow, 2,600 already in that high 5 pool, plus a carryover of about 1,500. So that's going to be a very, very big jackpot.
See, it's become such a popular bet that it's funding itself. I know we have to put. So I don't understand how I got screwed out of those days in Grand Cayman with that. I can't figure it out.
That's got to be Lefty's fault.
Lefty's an idiot.
And of course, with that high 5, you can make as many bets. Well, you can bet as many combinations as you want. It's just $1 per combo there, so as many as you like there. Spread it out across the board. And to take you up to the start of that third game, we're going to give you the top 10 caroms here from the 2019 season. Take a look.
Catch by Bueno. Carom by Bueno. Caught by Elbarba. Robote left side. Lamonte makes the catch. Returns a carom that's gonna score.
tight to the inside. Robote comes out. Diaz sends that just under the overhead screen. High bouncer comes Ancier just in front of the 11 line. That's a long Karen. That one will score.
Reverse by Bueno. Kubala from the 7 line throws a 2-all that is stopped on the forehand of Bueno. Bueno's carom. That's going to score.
Wow.
Carballo takes it in the air, throws a carom back to the outside, and that scores. What a shot. Douglas on the right side. Sidearm carom opens up beautifully. Outside placement of the forehand Robote. Bueno's on it. Rifling a carom to score. One of the best points of this season. Ragley from the 10 line. Over the top to the inside. Kubala's there. Carom by Kubala's going to score. By Ron. Catch on the forehand of Vanderluck. What a carom. Wow. Reverse. Caught by Ron. 2-all by Ron. Caught by Douglas. Carom by Douglas. Wow.
Pretty darn good timing there on that top 10 caroms. Clock just hit 0 minutes, so let's get right into that third game.
I like this new system of where I don't have to talk, but bang, video,
pretty simple,
and start playing game. We're ready to begin game number 3. A spectacular 7 singles match played to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt of post 1, number 1, Anderluck. In this first matchup, he serves to the blue of post 2, Ben. There's the serve. We begin game 3. Anderluck going to the floor to try to make that save. Point 2. In this next matchup, Ben will serve to the white shirt of post 3, CRB. CRB comes over the top. Ben, difficult catch. Nice throw by CRB, scores, point 3. In this matchup, CRB serves to the green shirt of post 4, Tennessee. Catch by CRB. There's the backhand. Taken on the forehand of Tennessee. Tennessee with an outside placement does not go far enough outside. That carom does not cut out. Tennessee's got it. Tennessee's carom, well thought out, poorly executed. Point 3. Black shirt of post 5, Legend receives. Ball tipped, point 3. 3 on the board with 3 points. In this matchup, CRB serves to Juice wearing the yellow shirt of post 6. That's an excellent serve. Juice made a difficult catch. That took a Magic City bounce deep in the backcourt. Robote to the inside, beautifully thrown, and scoring. Well played by both Juice and CRB. CRB gets the point 3. This matchup has CRB serving to the pink shirt of post 7, Jedin. CRB reached up late, did hold on to it. Here's the catch by Jedin. He goes deep. Robote left side, too hard, too high, out of play for CRB, point 7. Here now to complete the first round and receive, wearing the purple shirt of post 8, number 4, Bragley. Scoop attempt just missed. Point 8. That completes the first round of play. All matchups are now worth 2 points through the end of the game. First to return in the second round is Anderluck. Forehand Robote. Out of play, point 1. One serves to post 2. Here's Ben. Fine catch made by Anderluck on the forehand. That's a carom that's going to score, point 1. Beautifully thrown. He does do that well. One on the board with 4 points. Here's the green shirt to post 4, Tennessee. Tennessee from the left side, off the serve. Low and inside, scoop attempt missed, point 4. In this matchup, Tennessee will serve to the black shirt to post 5. Returning, we have Legend. Good catch by Legend. Strong backhand by Legend. Robote by Tennessee. Legend takes it on the forehand. Tennessee missed it on the forehand. Point 5. In this matchup, Legend will serve to post 6, Juice. Serve is bad. Point 6. Here's post 3. CRB. Catch by Juice. Great catch by CRB. Juice on the forehand. There's a hard throw to the inside. Good effort by CRB. That Robote was right back on the wall. Well thrown by Juice to score, point 6. Juice has 4 points. Here's Jedin in the pink of post 7. Strong backhand throw by Jedin. Robote missed. Point 7. Back and ready to receive. Post 8, Bragley. Rebote left side by Jedden. Jedden, difficult catch on the forehand. Nice throw back to the inside. Bragley's going to play it off the rebote. That landed just above the pad and will score. 0.8. Bragley has 3 points. In this matchup, he serves to Ben in the blue of post 2. Bragley over the top. Ben passes a chance on taking it in the air. Went for a more difficult rebote. Missed it. 0.8. Possible game point here for the purple shirt of post 8. Bragley trying to stop him. Post 1, Anderluck. Good catch by Bragley. Excellent catch by Anderluck. Rebote left side by Bragley. Anderluck moves up on it. There's the carom. That's going to score. 0.1. Possible game point for post 1, Anderluck. He has 6 points. On the court, trying to stop him, Tennessee in the green of post 4. Strong backhand by Tennessee. Fine rebote save by Anderluck. Anderluck makes a difficult rebote save. Gets up, gets out of the way. Tennessee from the 8 line. Excellent catch by Anderluck. He holds on to it. Big backhand by Tennessee. That one not coming out to be played. 0.4. Play continues. 4 on the board with 4 points. Here's post 5, Legend. Catch by Legend at the 11 line. Back to the inside. Rebote left side by Tennessee. Beautifully thrown to the inside. Legend with a good catch. High to the front wall. Legend was there but could not hold on. 0.4. Here's post 3, CRB. Possible game point for Tennessee. Rebote forehand by Tennessee, showing a lot of control, keeping it away from the overhead screen. Nice throw by CRB. Tennessee's there. Rebote forehand by CRB. Catch by Tennessee. Tennessee goes deep. Rebote left side with a soft touch. Not soft enough, though. Tennessee's there. Hard throw. Great catch by CRB. Low and hard. One-handed attempt missed. 0.3 play. And our third game will continue. And a mighty congratulations there from Tennessee. Possible game point for CRB in post 3. Trying to stop him. Juice. Juice will take it on the forehand. Nice rebote save on the forehand of CRB. Good catch by Juice. CRB on the left side. Nice and hard from the left side. Rebote by Juice. Gonna land soft. and score. CRB was there, just could not bring it in. Point 6, play continues again. Possible game point here for post 6, Juice. Trying to stop him, Jedden in the pink of post 7. That's an excellent serve by Juice and a really good catch by Jedden. Ball dropped on the forehand of Juice. Point 7. Play continues again. This gives us another possible game point, this time for Jedden in post 7. Ben receives. Ben holds on to it. Nice backhand. Nice rebote. Ben's got it. Hard backhand rebote coming out as a line drive. Thrown beautifully to the inside by Jedden to score. Beautifully thrown. That's point and game to Jedden in post 7. 1 serves to 4. This is a playoff. For second. 1 first serves to 4. 3 will then serve to 6. Yeah, the old 6 players with possible game point ploy. Yeah, no.
Interesting playoff you're going to have here.
You got to finish it.
These first 2 guys they're playing off here for place, and then 3 and 6 are going to play for show. Correct?
Yep.
That's what's going to happen here. Confusing one. We've had a couple of those longer playoffs here. Confusing playoffs. Here's Anderluck serving Tennessee.
Anderson throws it low and hard on the serve. Tennessee's there. Strong forehand rebote by Anderluck. Good catch by Tennessee. Forehand rebote, overhead screen. Point and place to post 4. 3 will now serve to 6. This is show point. Juice flying up to make the catch. Switch to a Dejada, not Dejada enough. Point and show to post 3 CRB. Unofficial order finish is 7-4-3. Your prices will be up in a moment.
Yeah, and Jedden there particularly fired up after his win. Definitely not cursing there or anything like that. Just what the kids say, pumped, Stu. He's pretty pumped up, I think.
I believe that's the case. You know, realistically, these guys that are, have been out sick, the guys who haven't been feeling well, who most of them don't have any experience with illness.
Yeah.
Injury, yeah. Athletic injuries, yeah. But
right.
Getting bogged down with something unpleasant, no, they don't have experience with that. So there's a different emotion going on back here, with myself included, which is part and parcel of some of what you read goes on afterwards. So our results are official from Game 3. Coming in first, post 7 was Jedden. Taking second, post 4, Tennessee. Coming in third, post 3, CRB. 7-4-3, the official order of finish. Your $2 quinella, that's first and second any order, so 4-7 or 7-4, $53. The trifecta, 7-4-3, 420-20. And the first number for today's high five is the number 7. Up next, Game 4, Spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Game 4 does begin today's Pick 3. Post time for Game 7, now just 7 minutes away.
You're a sportsman, aren't you?
Sort of. You like Jai-Alai?
I like the way it's spelled.
Me too. Yeah, with a J. How'd that get in there?
I can handle
out your workload without any help. Andy Glam, former J. Crew employee. Dr. Dante Octavarius, seahorse breeder.
Oh, the kid is hot tonight.
He better be. I got him wheeled in the trifecta.
Shunk Dunkirk, incontinent Jai-Alai instructor. Incontinent Jai-Alai instructor? Incontinent Jai-Alai instructor. All right, I'm calling it.
I'm trying out a new persona. I'm club owner and Jai-Alai enthusiast, Barry Mexico.
What a fun and lazy character name. Was it your first thought?
You know it. Barry Mexico gets down to business.
Got a couple minutes till we get into this fourth game. Game 4 marks the start of that pick 3. Last chance to get those wagers in. And so, Stu, while we got a couple minutes, let's talk about the schedule here for next week. We talked about it here a little bit these past few days. So next week, even though we were supposed to have that U.S. National Jai-Alai Championship that has been postponed, there will still be no regularly scheduled Jai-Alai next week. But to make up for that, the folks here at Magic City have come up with something that's pretty exciting. They're putting together, if you've heard by now, a special event. It's a live exhibition doubles duel. How it's going to work, that's going to be a 3-round doubles tournament. We're going to have 5 teams competing. First round's going to be like a knockout stage. We're going to get down to 4 teams. Then there's going to be a semifinal partido and then a final partido till we get down to 1 winning doubles team. And we'll give you those pairings for the tournament here. I always wondered, Stu, in Jai-Alai, do you go front quarter or back quarter first in doubles?
What do you mean?
When they're listed in the program?
You usually announce the front quarter.
Usually announce. Okay, so we'll give the front quarter first here. I've been saying the back quarter first. So these are the pairings for this doubles
trick
duel.
Questions to see if I've lost my mind.
see if you're still with us.
Ready for that.
That was good.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
So in the front here, first pairing, we have Carballo with Ben. We're giving you the front quarter first. Carballo in the front with Ben in the back. You have Kubala with Tennessee, Legend with Ron, Bueno with Bradley, and then you have Anderluck with Jedden. So we're going to get some doubles play. You know, we've missed out on it these past couple weeks, so that's going to be pretty exciting. Plus, for next week, the Jai-Alai Channel will be hosting live interviews with some of those doubles duel competitors. That is a tongue twister, like the Kubala Carballo one. And that's going to be on Thursday and Friday leading up to the doubles duel, which will take place Saturday, July 25th. So, folks, mark your calendars. The Jai-Alai Channel will begin its live coverage of that doubles duel at 7:30 p.m. That is Saturday, July 25th. That is next Saturday evening. And make sure to follow the Jai-Alai Channel on Instagram for more updates on this live 3-day special event. And as we said there, that is because we will not be playing Jai-Alai. We originally had that U.S. National Jai-Alai Championship that has been postponed. And I know that I've been missing out on some doubles play here. We haven't had it these past few weeks here, and we're going to get a couple really, really good pairings of these 5 teams. And maybe just a quick second to talk about it here. I don't know if you got these pairings here. Anyone jump out to you that think has a good shot to win it? I mean,
show me through our plexiglass.
We'll look
here.
through this.
Okay, so we got Carballo.
I don't know why I'm holding it. Kind of.
Oh, that's how it goes. Ben and Carballo, Tennessee, Kubala.
There's a couple. I mean, this is going to be some really good doubles play.
It's definitely going to be.
This is going to be awesome to see here.
It's definitely going to be interesting. No, I think that's well balanced, which is what Scott usually does when he puts these teams together.
Yep.
He looks for balance. Having Anderluck and Bueno in the front, and Kubala, who is actually trained as a back quarter on the West Coast over in St. Pete, to have him playing in the front, but to have him with Tennessee.
Tennessee's been a brick wall back there.
Carballo and Ben. No, these are very interesting teams. Very interesting teams.
I got to say, it's going to be interesting to see Carballo up in the front court because you usually see him in the back. I mean, in Anderluck, too. I mean, both of those guys are all over the court in doubles play, and when they're stuck to the front, I mean, I think you're going to see some really good front court play in particular out of these names. You don't really see that too often here.
We have 1 minute to go till we begin Game 4. Game 4 is now just 1 minute away. And in the next break, we'll talk about, I'm looking at the chatter here, and people are talking about this idiotic thing I did yesterday in terms of saying I was going to throw it around if we got to 50 likes, because I never thought we were going to get to 50 likes. And, but man of my word, so we'll figure something out before. Anyway, time to begin Game 4. A spectacular 7 singles match. Played to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. This begins today's Pick 3. Serving the red shirt of post 1, we have Bueno. Receiving the blue of post 2, Juice. Yeah, someone suggested that I actually play Aura. That's not going to happen.
Tough matchup.
Bueno serves. We begin Game 4. It's a hard throw by Juice. Nice rebote by Bueno. Rebote left side, high to the front wall. Scoop by Bueno. Throw by Bueno. Here's Bueno from the 9 line. Hard to the inside. Juice makes a difficult play on the rebote. Lands just out, point 1. Bueno first up on the board in our 4th game. That'll bring to the court the white shirt of post 3. Here's number 15, Legend. Bueno moves up on the ball, takes the ball in the air on the left side nicely. That's a good rebote save by Legend. Here's Bueno from the 6th line. Back to the inside. Ball tipped, point 1. Now receiving, we have the green shirt of post 4. This matchup has a Bueno serving to CRB. Needed to take that one in the air, coming at you, not on the rebote, point 1. Bueno's on the board with 3 points. Here's post 5, El Barba. Ball dropped, coming off the back wall, point 1. Bueno's made 4 straight points in this matchup. He will serve to Tennessee in the yellow shirt of post 6. Good catch by Bueno. Difficult catch at the side wall. This rebote is coming out to the 7 line. Tennessee's arm was bent, but he still made the rebote. That catch, on the other hand, not so much. Point 1. One on the board with 5 points. Here's post 7. Pink shirt, Brackley. Bueno from the left side. Rebote forehand. Good effort by Brackley right on the side wall. Fell short, point 1. It's a possible game point here for the red shirt of post 1, Bueno. Trying to stop him. The purple shirt of post 8, Anderluck. Bueno makes a nice save. Anderluck hangs out at the 7 line. Hard throw. That's going to score. Point 8. Play is going to continue, but that was a nice 6 straight points for the one post Bueno. First round's complete. All matchups are now worth 2 points through the end of the game. Juice receives. That's an underserve. Point 2. White shirt at post 3. Legend receives. Juice makes the catch in the air. Hard throw back to the inside. Legend's there. Point 3. Legend will now serve to the returning 4-post CRB. Point 3. Our next matchup has Legend serving to El Barba. He wears the black shirt at post 5. Good pickup on the forehand of El Barba. Hard throw to the inside. Legend not taking it front way. Throws the rebote to the outside. El Barba read it. Stopped it. Returns a little carambola. That's going to score point 5. In this matchup, El Barba will serve to Tennessee, who returns in the yellow of post 6. Point 6. That'll bring it to the court. Pink shirt at post 7. Here's Bragley. Rebote, it's a 2-all. It's going to take a nice cut. That's a good catch. Too much contact with the fence. Can't push it. Well, it was a fence at Miami highlight. Here it's more of a screen. You can't push it out of the way. Point 6. 6 on the board with 4 points. Returning with possible game point, post 1. Bueno. Big backhand by Bueno. Tennessee on the rebote. Bueno hangs in there to make the catch. It's a hard throw. Tennessee makes a good catch. Here's the throw from the 10 line. Bueno, forehand rebote. Ball picked up by Tennessee. Bueno again from the left side. Rebote left side by Tennessee. Bueno on the forehand. Tennessee's got it, holds on to it. Ball was juggled. That is point and game, ladies and gentlemen, of the red shirt of post 1, Bueno. 1 wins it, 3 serves to 6. Yeah, 3 serves to 6, so come back here where you're going to receive the ball. Daryl. No, back here towards me. There you go. Legend serves Tennessee for 2nd and 3rd place. There's a hard throw by Tennessee and a good catch by Legend. Ball dropped. Point and place to post 3. 6 shows. Unofficial order finish 1, 3, 6. Results are official. Coming in first, post 1, Bueno. Almost had a perfect game in the first round. Ran 6 straight. Picked it up in the second round. Taking second, post 3, Legend. Coming in third, post 6, was Tennessee. First number 4, the pick 3. The number 1 will have your prices up in just a moment.
This number jumps out at me in the stat sheet here, Stu. Not the win column, not even the place column. We're going to have to go all the way to show for 3rd place. Tennessee, 11 shows this week. The next closest is 5. And you know Tennessee, just a guy that gives 100%, 110, maybe 150% effort all the time. No surprise there that he's actually leading the show column. And last week, week 11, dominated the show column. He had 12 shows. The next closest was 6. So no coincidence there in the numbers.
And
Interesting
if you ask
point.
him, you say, don't you want to win? And he says, I'm happy with $25.
He's like, let the other guys take 100. I'll take my 25 15 times a week. Yeah.
Our prices are up. The $2 Quinella 1-3, that's 1-3 or 3-1, $67.40. The trifecta 1-3-6, $281.80. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, we begin the second half of today's performance with Game 5. Game 5 is a spectacular 7 singles match. It's played at 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. As I heard you say while I was sitting convalescing, we see some new faces.
Yes, we do.
Coming up in Game 5. So it's time to take a look at Kubala and Carballo and Ron. And they all come out in this next game. Post time for Game 5 is just about 7 minutes away.
I love Jai-Alai. I think Jai-Alai's a beautiful game. My favorite part of playing Jai-Alai would be that I get to compete. I get to come into a facility with other competitors that are trying their hardest. I get to come out here and try my hardest. Win or lose, you feel a sense of accomplishment at the end of the day after coming in and giving it your all. My 2020 goal is when you open up the program, it should say Chris Bueno, win percentage 150 or better, and in the money percentage 400 or better. I'm gonna finish every game that I get possible game point.
Bueno making it now particularly close for that Golden Cesta this week. Ron was in the lead. He had about a 6-game advantage at one point. Bueno is just piling the wins on here late in the week. Ron now 12 wins. That still leads. Bueno just 1 behind. He has 11 this week. So pretty quiet. I mean, I don't know if it's possible to have a quiet 11 wins in a week here, but Bueno doing just that to go along with 5 places and 4 shows. So both of these guys, I think, looks like Bueno's going to be playing all these games 5 through 8 as well. So Ron and Bueno going head-to-head here for the Golden Cesta this week. We'll see how that closes out. And the second half of this program, as you said, these pseudo-feature games for this week here.
You know, balance has a lot to do with how this roster was put together. So, not in the beginning. You know, year one was year one. It was something unique unto itself. And fun. You know, no question about it. You know, let's take some highlight players, and you're going to be required to play professional highlight in 6 months.
Yeah. And Stu, actually, before you get into that story, although it's going to be a good story here, we're going to show you a video here that's going to explain in simpler terms, because we have a couple people that may have missed this one at the top of the program, how that game of Jai-Alai is played here. Take a look at it quickly.
The main rule of Jai-Alai is simple. Players must catch and return the ball in one fluid motion. Sounds easy enough, right? So how do you win? You can win a matchup simply if your opponent overserves, underserves, or serves the ball out of bounds. On the flip side, your opponent wins the matchup if the serve is so good that you fail to catch and return the ball to the front wall. If your opponent fails to catch the ball before it bounces twice on the ground, or if your opponent's cesta makes contact with the ball but doesn't catch it, then in both of those cases, you win the matchup. You can also win a matchup if the ball bounces around in your opponent's cesta during an attempted catch. This is called juggling, and it's illegal in Jai-Alai. Another way to win a matchup is if your opponent throws the ball and it lands out of bounds on its return from the wall. The overall game strategy for a Jai-Alai player is to make it difficult for an opponent to reach the ball in time or to execute a rebuttal play.
And folks, that was the explanation video that again explains how the game of Jai-Alai here is played. Stu, sorry to cut you off there.
No.
As you were saying?
No, I need to be cut off more frequently, in fact. So balance has a lot to do with what we have here, especially going into year 2. So in year 2, year 1, no one with any Jai-Alai experience, period. And, you know, go ahead and watch Magic City Hustle, and you'll see exactly what we're talking about. When the guys like chest bump each other, one falls on his ass, and you know it was nothing else. It was entertaining. Year 2, things changed a bit. Douglas obviously is someone that almost everybody in the Jai-Alai world talks about, and that includes Jai-Alai world overseas as well, because he is unique. He seemed unique. The question was he going to be too unique for our program? And that was something that we struggled with. Was he too good?
Yeah.
And answer is yes and no. I strongly pushed Scott and JR to bring him in because I felt that he would bring up guys like Anderluck and a few others. And that was going to get them to play better more quickly than any type of training we can do on the course. That absolutely was true. Then, stroke of genius on Scott's part. Scott said, well, let's take a few more people with experience. Because we had Kubala with 14 years of amateur play. But that doesn't always necessarily translate. Right. And so Scott sent me out into the world, and I did quite a bit of scouting, actually, because folks had to both match the personality traits that we had going back here. Were they going to get along with some of the personalities back here? They couldn't be too dominant, and that's how we got Ron and Ikeda. Ikeda didn't play as well last year as he is this year. So when you have Douglas and Kubala and Ron and Ikeda, as we saw before some of these illnesses hit, there's a lot of balance in the late games, and there's definition between early games and late games.
Right.
And when some of those players are out, what you were talking about before, which led to this little diatribe that I've gone off on, has been that some of these players do stick out. If Douglas is not here to take some points away from Ron, and vice versa, right. It's before Ron got here, Douglas. Scott was considering just giving him, a company car instead of prize money, because he just gets. We might have gotten off cheaper that way. We have 1 minute to go till we begin game number 5. Maybe instead of the Caymans, I should try to go for that. Maybe a company car. What do you think? I gotta get a new agent as is.
You get the one with the Magic City logo. You're going around there. That's a fun one.
Not a problem. Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin game number 5, a spectacular 7 a singles match. Play to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. This is the second game of today's Pick 3. Begins the second half of today's performance. Serving in the red shirt of post 1, we have Kubala. Receiving in the blue of post 2, Bueno. There's the serve. We begin game 5. Rebote forehand. Out of there. And he's holding his shoulder. Kyle, are you okay? Point 2. Bueno now serves to Ben in the white of post 3. It's a good catch by Ben off a good serve by Bueno. Ben makes a fine save with a soft touch on the rebote. He gets up in time. What hustle by Ben. I mean, he was gunning down there to try to stop Bueno's Dejada. Great effort by Ben. Almost got it. This point was really well played by both players. Point goes to the 2. Green at post 4 receives. Here's Bragley. Bragley pulls that off the side wall. Did not stop the ball in his cest. He didn't juggle it, but he didn't have control over it. Went to the overhead screen, point 2. Bueno has 3 points. Receiving the black shirt of post 5. Here's El Barba. Bueno from the 6th line. Rebote left side by El Barba. Big bounce. Bueno from the 12 line to make the return. El Barba hangs in there, turns to make the rebote. Rebote left side by Bueno. Off the court. Point 5. Entering the court, yellow shirt of post 6. This matchup has El Barba serving to Carballo. Strong backhand throw by Carballo. Will score, 0.6. Carballo serves to the pink shirt of post 7, Ron. It's a nice backhand throw by Ron. Ron from the 8 line. Rote's coming in low. Picked off on the forehand of Carballo. Good catch by Ron. Forehand rebote by Carballo. Ron forehand rebote. Plays it to pass. Rebote comes to the 9 line. Carballo's there. Ron left side. Deep. Forehand rebote. Swing and a miss. 0.7. Here now to complete the first round and receive the purple shirt of post 8, Juice. Juice from the forehand. Juice goes for a nice rebote. Ron hangs in there to make the catch, showing a lot of control there. Nice bounce, going to go over Juice's head. That was well played by both Ron and Juice, 0.7. First round's complete. All matchups are worth 2 points through the end of the game. Back and ready to receive, Kubala, red shirt of post 1. Excellent catch by Kubala at the 8 line. Rebote comes low. Ron makes the save. Kubala from the 10 line. Rebote forehand by Ron. Taken in the air by Kubala. Kubala lower and harder to the inside. Ron saves the rebote. Clip the side wall. Catch by Kubala. He goes deep. Rebote saved by Ron. That's a beautiful forehand rebote. That took a Magic City bounce coming off the back wall. Died coming off the back wall. Good effort by Kubala to try to save that rebote. 0.7. Here's Ben, white of post 3. Ron with the rebote that scores, 0.7. Possible perfect game point here for the pink shirt of post 7, Ron. Trying to stop him, post 4, Bragley. Big backhand, rebote going all the way out. That was a good effort by Bragley to try to smack it up to the front wall. If it would have touched it, that would have worked. But we have point and a perfect game to the pink shirt of post 7, Ron. 7 wins at 2 places, 5 serves to 6. This is a playoff for 3rd place. Great catch by El Barba. Backhand. Taken on the forehand of Carballo at the 10 line. Rebote forehand by El Barba. Carballo from the forehand. 0.6. 6 shows unofficial order finish 726. Your prices will be up in a moment. Coming in first, post 7, Ron. He had a perfect game. Taking second, post 2, Bueno. Coming in third, post 6, Carballo, 726. The official order finish for game 5. Your $2 Quinello, 2-7. That's 2-7 or 7-2. First and second in any order. $17.60. Trifecta, 726. $96.40. And Ron returning $13 to win. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, Game 6 in this 8-game performance. A spectacular 7 singles match. Played to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Game 6 closes out the Pick 3. Post time for our 6th game is just 7 minutes away.
Remind me of Hustle City, man. Everybody got more than one gig. One stop, boy, $20.
I'm not your neighborhood Uber driver. I do luxury. And then I have another job. I play highlight.
I have this crazy idea. Do you think we could send something out to all the ex-athletes for the last 20 years and say, we're looking to hire and train highlight players?
When I first got the email, I thought it was pranking me.
I need some clarity on this.
I went on YouTube and I Googled highlight.
I was like, Jai-Alai.
They paying us, man, and we can win big money.
Let me see what this is all about.
That's what you gotta do. Get some money.
The players taking the court are all athletes you may recognize.
Baseball, football, track and field.
Having the work, play Division I sport, and then I had a child on the way, so I dropped out.
The crack era was tough. Sports in general was a way out of our environment.
It's really game time now, man.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
We got the streets on fire.
This is gonna be the first time that my kids will be able to sit in the audience and root for their father.
Who wants it more?
This is a sacrifice I think is gonna pay off in the end.
This is a dream for me.
I gotta win.
Can't get drama better than this.
Highlight became the new hustle.
Let's get ready to play.
And folks, that was a trailer there for the award-winning documentary Magic City Hustle, which about the start of the highlight program here at Magic City just a couple years ago. Stu referenced that a couple games ago. If you'd like to watch it for yourself there, head on over to MagicCityCasino.com. Under the highlight tab, there's a link that'll take you directly to the site, or just type MagicCityHustle.com directly into your browser. Either way you do it, you'll get to the same screen where you can make a purchase of that documentary, full-length documentary, almost 2 hours, maybe even over 2 hours if I'm not mistaken there. And then
I watched it again while I was there.
Watch it again.
I did watch it again.
Always pick up something new when you watch it there.
You really do. It's complex. I mean, this whole thing is complex, and it is funny because I remember when I first heard about this about 4 months before they started, and I spoke with my good friend Dan Licciardi, who I worked for a number of years. He explained it to me, and I said, "It'll never work."
And how about that?
And here we are.
3 years later.
And not only does it work, it's fun.
It's a lot of fun.
It is fun. I didn't know how much fun it was until I was watching on a small screen, and then realized what I'm actually a part of. It's taken me a while to get to Scott's vision, but hey, gotta hand it to him.
Certainly works here. And now with 4 minutes till that 6th game, this week's fantasy winner. Another reminder there, if you're playing along with us in Fantasy Highlight, that's fantasyhighlight.com. It's a pretty good URL there for that Fantasy Highlight League. $100 going to the winner this week, plus a U.S. National Highlight Championship hat. That is for this week here, and we'll get those stats updated for you after this 6th game. Now that Stu's back here, now we can get you those up-to-date fantasy statistics going into these final 2 games, Game 7 and 8. So after the 6th game, pre-Game 7, look out for some updated numbers there in the fantasy game. But for next week, as we said, we have that exhibition doubles tournament. We will not be having our regularly scheduled highlight, but we will be doing a modified week of fantasy for that doubles dual exhibition tournament there. So how it's going to work, it's going to be the same website. And just like it's been these past couple weeks where there's only singles players available, there's only going to be doubles players available for next week. You're going to draft 1 doubles pairing to your fantasy team. And then also what you're going to do here is you're going to post your final score prediction in the chat feature on fantasyhighlight.com. That's a really important part of this here. Not only do you have to draft 1 team, it's going to be under the doubles tab and the same lineup page as usual there, but you have to predict the final score correctly for that final game. That will be a 15-point partido, so your score is going to be 15 to something there. You're going to have to get both of those, as we said, in order to win. And there's $250 on the line. We've increased the prize money there because you have to be you got to get both of those right there, kind of like those jackpot wagers. And there can only be 1 winner. So if there are multiple people that have the same winner and the same final score, what we'll do is we'll draw a name out of the hat. We're giving $250 just to 1 person. And that's going to be the fantasy component there for next week. And if you aren't in the league yet, make sure to sign up before next Saturday evening when we'll be having that event. And it's completely free to join. Remember, completely free. You don't have to pay anything, and you can have your chance at $250. That website, again, fantasyhighlight.com.
And there's some interesting discussion going on, and I'm glad that Magic City Jai-Alai has achieved the same status. This is going to sound funny, as Miami and some of the other frontons. Just as far as discussion is concerned, I'm not talking about in terms of quality of player, the fact we're on a small, all the differences. Yes, I'm keenly aware of all the differences. But so the old discussions: who is better, Joey or Boulevard? Who's that? Yeah. Or Bay or Chiruka in the singles, going back into the '60s. I mean, you could take some of these conversations going all the way back. Ara Michelena, and I have. Oh, I hope I didn't say the Michelena too loud because Ara's around here somewhere. But these questions have always been asked. They've always been asked. So we're talking about Douglas versus Ron, and
had this debate with my parents last night.
But you see, it's nice to see that taking. It's nice to see that taking place, and then you go down to like your next tier. Those of you who were at Miami Jai-Alai in the 80s, well, I'll have to continue this conversation afterwards in the 80s and 90s. But yeah, you had Mitch, you had Ara, but you also had Plaza, you had Irizabal, you had Cease. Ready.
All right, game time.
So, yeah, there are always names and second tiers that are right there, but I'm glad we're having those conversations about the Magic City players.
We're a part of it here. Absolutely. We've made it.
And a lot of good chat here. This is Game 6, a spectacular 7 singles match. Played at 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Serving the red shirt at post 1, we have Bueno. Receiving the blue at post 2 is Ron. This will conclude today's Pick 3. Bueno, sirs, we begin Game 6. It's a powerful throw from the forehand of Bueno that's going to score. Point 1. White shirt at post 3 receives. Here's El Barba. Bueno missed the scoop turn to save the rebote. Here's El Barba from the forehand. Karam is going to score. Well thrown by El Barba. Even Ben's impressed, right? You are. Yeah, that was a thumbs up from Ben. He doesn't impress easy. Point 3. Here's post 4, Ben. El Barba from the forehand. Ben makes a great catch at the 6th line. Blasts this backhand. Somehow keeps it away from the overhead screen. Illegal change of motion. Or holding, rather. Sorry. It was a good effort, though. was decidedly a good effort. 0.4. It was a good effort, Dennis. Receiving, black shirt of post 5. And flexing, nonetheless, is Kubala. Wow, really flexing. Just catch the ball. Kubala from the left side. That's a good rebote by Ben. Here's Kubala. Kubala from the 7 line. Hard to the inside. Ben's there. Ben sends it deep. Rebote coming out. Rebote turned nicely by Kubala. Ben with a great catch. Nice throw to the inside. Kubala showing great court positioning. Some good foot speed as well. Another hard throw by Ben and a great catch by Kubala. And a great catch by Ben. Kubala from the 9 line. Difficult rebote save. Going to take a big bounce to the 12 line. Ben going for the rebote, got way too much of the side wall to make that 2-all rebote. 0.5. Here's the yellow shirt of post 6. Bragley receives. Big backhand by Kubala. Rebote with a soft touch. Not soft enough. Bragley's fast. He got that. Blast this ball. In fact, I think Paulie used to call that the Bragley Blast, didn't he?
He did, absolutely.
Oh, one way or the other. It's still working. 0.6. Pink shirt of post 7 receiving. Here's Carballo. Forehand rebote thrown hard by Carballo. Bragley's there. Excellent catch by Carballo. Strong backhand. Clears the overhead screen. Rebote's all the way up at the 3 line. That ball touched the overhead screen. That's out of play. 0.7. Here now to complete the first round and receive. Purple shirt of post 8. CRB. .7. That completes the first round of play. All matchups are now worth 2 points through the end of the game. First to return in the second round, post 2, the blue shirt is Ron. Excellent scoop by Ron and a hard throw to the inside and a one-handed grab that is just beautifully executed by Carballo. Carballo from the forehand. We'll just say 0.2. Receiving, red shirt of post 1, Bueno. Rebote, play to the inside, right over the top on the left side by Ron. Ron again for the rebote. This one clipped the sidewall. Bueno's got it. Bueno going for a carom that caught the top of the pad. And the pad, yes, still bad. 0.2. Ron has 4 points. Here's the white shirt at post 3. El Barba. Good catch by El Barba. Fine catch by Ron. El Barba, well, on the run, reached up. Just couldn't finish the catch, point 2. Ron has 6 points. That gives him a possible game point. Here's post 4, Ben. Ben from the left side. It's a hard backhand thrown beautifully by Ben. 2-all. Does not cut out. Ben's got it. Ben looked like he was throwing a carom, but put it back inside. It's going to score. Didn't interfere with him. That was a good throw. Point 4. Yes, sir. Robote saved by Ben. Here's Kubala. Kubala goes to the inside. Scoop by Ben. Hard throw by Ben. Robote forehand by Kubala. Points. Point 4. Possible game point here for Ben in the green shirt at post 4. Trying to stop him. Bradley. Big backhand by Bradley. Low Robote. Saved by Ben. To the outside. Bradley's there. Jesus. Point 6. Yeah, I said it and jumped to my chair. Okay. Back and ready to receive. Post 8. CRB. Great Robote save by CRB. Bradley, midcourt. Low and hard. Going to score. Point 6. Possible game point for Bradley in the yellow shirt at post 6. Trying to stop him. Carballo, pink of post 7. Big backhand by Carballo. That's going to score. Point 7. Play continues in our 6th game. Carballo's on the board with 4 points. Serving to the returning a 1 post. Bueno. Over serve. Point 1. Bueno has 3 points. He serves to the 3 post. El Barba. Point 1. Possible game point for the red shirt at post 1. Bueno trying to stop him. Ron.
And folks, this is game point.
Ron picks it up on the forehand, hard to the inside. Wow, Magic City bounce and a player hit, and we hope everybody's okay, and it's point and game to the blue shirt at post 2, Ron. Ron wins it. This is a playoff for second and third place, 4 first serves to 6. Catch by Ben. Backhand by Ben. Great catch by actually juggling on the catch. Good effort by Bradley. Point 4. Point and place 2 post 4. Playoff for show. 1 serves to 6. Bueno on the rebote. Bragley makes the catch. Ball to the pad. Point and show. Post 1. Bueno. Unofficial order finish 2-4-1. Coming in first, post 2, Ron. Taking second, post 4, Ben. Coming in third, post 1, Bueno. 2-4-1. Official order finish for Game 6. Have your prices up? Just a moment. And the pick 3, 172. All 3 numbers returning $88.40. $2 Quinello 2-4. That's 2-4 or 4-2. $38.60. Trifecta 2-4-1. $125.80. 2 games left in this afternoon's performance, ladies and gentlemen. Up next, Game 7. Game 7 is a spectacular 7 singles match. Played to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Game 7 closes out the high 5 jackpot for this Sunday matinee performance. So it's time for Game 7, just about 7 minutes away.
And we'll wait here for a moment to see if anybody's still alive for that high 5. Should be, well, will be over $4,000. If someone is still alive here, and we'll check that out once we roll to that other screen there. And Ron with the win. That is his 14th on the week with only 2 games left. He has clinched, oh yeah, just under $4,000 there. 39-33. You got you got 1 5 out of 5 with multiple winners there. That is on post 5. That's Ron. A lot of numbers out on the board there. Could make the high 5 go just under $4,000 there. Nice payout.
Seeing if I had a better agent, right, then everything above the $2,000 that the casino has to come up with should theoretically go towards that bonus that gets me to the Caymans, right? No.
You would think.
Lefty screwed it up, and I get bupkis. Nothing.
That's a shame. And now we've seen those potential prices there for the high 5. 5 minutes until we get you that 7th game. And we'll show you the top 10 2 rolls to get you set for it. Take a look.
Red runs up, saves it. Reverse. That's an excellent 2-wall rebote thrown by Cool Fitness. Diaz with the catch. Another 2-all scores for the win. Beautiful 2-all thrown by Douglas to
what
score.
a finisher.
Robote thrown by Ben. Carballo's there, winds up another one. Costado 2-all's gonna score. Scoop by Douglas. Costado by Douglas. 2-all will score for the win.
Snatched up Carballo. Played outside. That one hits Ben. That one will hit. Wow. And score.
By Jet, stopped by Brackley. Brackley for the 3-wall play. Robote's going to the outside. Jet's there. Returns a 2-wall to score.
Robote out, nice save. Anderluck out of the air, fires this one high off the back wall again. Another Robote save going to the ground with one hand. That one will score.
Soft 2-wall. Fitness read it, caught it, returned it. 3-wall play coming way out. Juice is there.
Wow!
Juice got a 2-wall Robote that scored.
Oh, man.
Wow. Karen, stopped by Diaz. On the fly, he threw a 2-wall Robote.
Unbelievable.
Wow. And we are back and looking at some of the chat going on, or the chatter going on in the live chat on YouTube. Yeah, no, I've actually literally measured with a measuring wheel the court. It is glass to glass. It is 120 feet here at Magic City. And one comment that was interesting is that Highlight doubles played on a smaller court in Connecticut with less congestion. Same thing at North Miami as well. It has to do with has everything to do with experience. Even an amateur that's got 10 years experience has 10 years of experience of how to get in the way, how to step to the inside, throw the ball, move back out to the outside without tripping over someone. And those are things that we're just working out. Those are some of the kinks that we're still working out going into year 3 at Magic City. But yeah, we are 120 feet. And that was our biggest concern, as you've heard us say. Look, when Scott wanted to play first-year doubles and said we were going to do it, and JR and I just back here and said, no, please, God in heaven, don't do that. Someone's going to die. Yeah, no, we're going to have a death.
Legitimately.
Exactly. These guys were cortadas serving and doubles, and it's
it's scary. Balls going everywhere.
They didn't know how much danger they were in. It's like we got very lucky with that. Time to begin Game 7.
All right, game time.
Ready to begin our 7th game, a spectacular 7 singles match. Played to 7 points double after the first round of play. This will provide closure for the high five jackpot. It's kind of a funny way to say that, but
Yeah, the relationship with the high five's done. Yeah,
It stops
it's
now.
over. We got our close.
Serving in the red shirt of post 1 is Ben. Receiving in the blue of post 2, Tennessee. Yeah, this post-COVID fog is a real thing. It really is. There's the serve. We begin Game 7. Ben reaches out, makes the catch, throws the backhand low and hard. Tennessee showing some good control, keeping this rebote in play. Ben, thinking about the throw, did not make the catch. Point 2. White shirt at post 3, Legend receives. Big right side throw by Tennessee's going to score. Point 2. In this next matchup, Tennessee will serve to the green shirt of post 4. Here's Bueno. Point 4. Black shirt at post 5. Ron receives. Great catch by Bueno at the 11 line. Ron midcourt. Hard throw. Scores. Point 5. This matchup has Ron serving to the yellow shirt at post 6, El Barba. El Barba on the forehand. Hard throw, middle of the court placement. Ron's right there. That's a long day Hada that's going to score for Ron. Point 5. This matchup has Ron serving to the pink shirt at post 7, Carballo. Beautiful reverse thrown by Carballo. Backhand by Ron and a good catch by Carballo. The throw, however, hits the overhead screen. Point 5. Here now to complete the first round and receive, wearing the purple shirt at post 8, number 25, Kubala. Kubala on the backhand. Ron from the 10 line. He goes deep. Rebote coming all the way out to the 8 line. Kubala's there. Ron moves up, makes the catch. Outside placement, beautifully executed from the forehand of Ron. Scores. Nice throw. Point 5. Ron has 4 points. That completes the first round of play. All matchups are now worth a double through the end of the game. First to return, Ben. Forehand rebote by Ben. Ron backpedaling, picks it up, Bote Corredo. There's another Dejada. Ben pushes Ron out of the way, not too hard because Ron didn't go flying. Rebote by Ben. Nice control by Ben. Ron's there. Winds up, puts it back inside. Ben. Beautiful rebote from the left side. Ron's there. Great catch by Ben. Ron on the rebote. To the inside. Ben back on the wall. Makes the forehand catch. Ron from the 8 line. Robote left side by Ben. Catch by Ron. Ron goes deep. Difficult Robote save made by Ben. That was beautiful. Ben for the Robote again. Left side Robote. Ron takes it in the air. Winds up. 2-all with a soft touch. Is going to score. That was a really, really well-played point by both Ron and Ben, but especially Ben, making some fantastic catches and throws. Point goes to the 5. Possible game point for Ron in the black shirt at post 5. Trying to stop him, Legend. Ball landed out. Point in game. Post 5. Ron. No playoff here. 2 places, 4 shows. Coming in first, post 5, Ron. Taking second, post 2, Tennessee. Coming in third, post 4, Bueno. 5-2-4 is the official order of finish. And question coming up in the live chat about the court, are they panels? Yes, they are panels. They're glass panels on the front and the back, and they are composite panels on the side wall. A lovely shade of green, a traditional highlight green. But yes, nonetheless, they are panels. That's why you get those Magic City bounces, is that, as you've heard me explain a couple times here, is that the players are throwing it closer to the side wall on the left side, which is what you want to do when you're throwing a reverse. You want that reverse as close to the side wall as possible. As the players are getting better, getting close to the side wall, occasionally it catches a little edge and shoots out. The 5-2-4 is the official result from Game 7. $2 Quinella 2-5. That's 2-5 or 5-2. $20.40. The trifecta 5-2-4, $59 with, of course, Ron on top. The high 5, 7-1-7-2-5. 5 of 5 numbers returning $591.60. Carryover jackpot $2,750.40. The most generous wager offered in parimutuel wagering in the country here at Magic City Jai-Alai is the high 5. Or as we like to say, now we can say the self-funding high 5. Yep. It's popular enough where it's not on us every time, so that's good to see. Up next is Game 8. Game 8 is a superfecta game, played to 9 points. Points double after the first round of play. So our only superfecta returns cash on first through fourth place. Also closes out the Mighty Ocho. Post time for Game 8, 8 minutes away.
And this 8th and final singles game of the week here, Stu talked about it, features Spectacular 9 scoring. What exactly does that mean? A couple differences between Spectacular 7 and Spectacular 9 in this video. We'll clear any of those up for you.
Spectacular 9 singles games are played with 8 players. Each player wears a different color jersey numbered 1 through 8 on the front. These numbers are traditionally referred to as post numbers. Post numbers are used to signify the order in which the athletes will play in a game. These numbers are also used for betting purposes. Don't be confused by the numbers on the back of our jerseys. Those are just for fun. Each game begins when the player in the post 1 red jersey serves to the player in the post 2 blue jersey. The served ball must land between the 4 and 7 lines marked on the court's side wall. If the ball lands between those lines, the serve is good and play continues until one of those 2 players wins that matchup. The player who loses the matchup exits the court and waits for his next turn at the end of the rotation. It's important to note that every game has 2 rounds. The first 7 matchups in a game make up round 1. Each matchup in round 1 is worth 1 point. Round 2 refers to all matchups that take place after the 7th and final matchup of round 1. The number of matchups in round 2 varies from game to game. And in round 2, each matchup is worth 2 points. The first player to earn 9 points wins the game.
So Ron just adding to his win total there. 15 wins for him this week to go along with 13 on the last week. He's collected 28 wins in these two modified programs here these past couple of weeks here. He is now in first place, just continues to add to that lead, up at 47 singles wins now on the season. In second place there you have Bueno, who, credit to Bueno there, has been playing really well this week. Only other guy to collect over double-digit wins. He has 11. See if he can add one more here in this 8th and final game. But there's Bueno, second place overall. He has 39 wins. And then Douglas still holds on to that third and final bonus money slot there. He's in third place at 34 wins. Then going down the line there, you have Kubala in 4th at 33. Ikeda and Ben tied in 5th place at 30 wins. Tennessee, one behind those guys in 7th at 29. And then Carballo just one behind him in 8th place. He has 28 wins. And then El Barba, 25, and Anderluck there rounds out the top 10 at 23. So we've talked about how tight those standings are there. It's going to be a great finish.
People are going to need to be super careful if he gets knocked out. If he doesn't get his test results back and test negative, get back here, play well, and he gets bumped out of that third place and he's not in the top 3, there's going to be a 65-inch television set flying out of a second-story window in Davie. That much I promise you.
Yeah, that's going to be, when Douglas comes back here, you got to imagine he's going to be throwing it 500 miles an hour out there. I mean, you've seen how fast he can throw it, but he's going to be hurling it. Jeez, it's going to be fun to watch.
Got to get healthy first. That's the most important thing. And he's there. He is basically there. We have 2 minutes?
Just about 2 minutes till this 8th game. Someone was asking here about that video of you playing at Magic City, what the deal was with that.
Okay, so yeah, if you weren't tuned in yesterday, I was sitting at home and I obviously still had a fever, so my brain wasn't functioning properly. And I said that if we got to 50 likes, I would go out and throw it around the court. Actually, someone was asking about a serve because I've talked about playing in the Miami Highlight School. Of course, that was 1,000 years ago. And then the different courts that I managed, I would go out and practice for a number of years. And I never considered myself playing professional highlight, but I did have a good serve, etc. So someone wanted to see it. So I said, no problem. You get to 50 likes and we'll do it. So, okay. Yes, we got to 51 likes thanks to Ikeda and Douglas,
sure,
both of whom are now on my S list. But anyway, so let me finish recovering from this viral nonsense and let me warm my shoulder up. And sometime between now and the end of the year, I will not play in a performance, but I will throw it around on the court with at least one serve and at least a couple backhands. And if I feel well that day and the medication kicks in properly and I have no pain, maybe even a carom, I will do those things.
Give him the carom.
No, I'll serve.
That'll be cool.
I will serve the ball, and I'll show you what we've shown the guys to do. I'll serve the ball, and I'll cross the wall at the 13 line in a single serve, if not behind it. That's what I do.
That'd be fun. Maybe you could train me, and you could see if I can get it to the front wall. I know I wasn't able to do that the first time. Kind of just hooked it straight into the sidewall there, but. Got game 8 here to close out the week for you, Stu. Let's bring it to him.
Time to begin our 8th game, a spectacular 9 superfecta match. This game is played to 9. That's 9 points, with all points doubling after the first round of play. My shoulder's hurting just thinking about it. Serving in the red shirt at post 1 is Carballo, receiving blue post 2, Bragley. Carballo serves. We begin. Game 8. Point 2. White shirt at post 3 receives. Here's Ben. by Ben. Here's the backhand. Bragley on the forehand at the 11 line. Comes over the top. Ben, tip ball, point 2. I'll bring to the court the green shirt to post 4. Here's Kubala. Difficult rebote save. Too hard, too high. Hit the overhead screen, point 2. Black shirt to post 5 receives. Here's El Barba. Rebote left side. Falls short of the front wall. Point 2. Bragley has 4 points in this matchup. He serves to the yellow shirt at post 6. Ron. Big backhand throw by Ron. Point 6. Post 7 receives. Here's Bueno. Ron from the left side. He goes deep. Rebote left side by Bueno. Ron from the outside at the 8 line. Throws at Karam. That's going to score. Point 6. Ron with 2 points. Here now to complete the first round and receive, wearing the purple shirt at post 8, is number 37, Tennessee. Rebote with a soft touch by Ron. Tennessee goes in, takes it on the forehand. Forehand rebote by Ron. Forehand rebote by Tennessee. Ron from the 6th line. Tennessee's there. Tennessee got out there to make the catch. Blasts it. Good effort by Ron to try to get there. Tennessee sending out the obligatory apologies to everyone. That completes the first round of play. All points are now double. Here's post 1, Carballo. Point 1.
Reach your hand out there. Go stick it in.
Here's post 3, the white shirt, Ben. Big backhand by Ben, taken in the air by Carballo. Ben from the forehand. Ben, left side. Goes deep. Great catch on the forehand of Carballo. Midcourt placement picked up by Ben. Ben hard to the inside. Carballo takes it in the air. Sends it deep. Rebote forehand by Ben. Well played. Carballo with a tip ball at the 9 line. Point 3. Ben has 2 points. He serves the returning 4-post, Kubala. Kubala on the forehand. Gonna score, 0.4. Black shirt at post 5 receives. Here's El Barba. Rebote forehand by El Barba. El Barba got it, held on to it, sends it deep. Rebote coming out to the 5 line. 2-all Rebote off the court. 0.5. Five serves, post 2, Bragley. Point 2. Bragley's on the board with 6 points in this matchup. He serves to Bueno in the pink of post 7. That's a great catch by Bueno. That ball was shooting straight down on the side wall. Catch on the forehand of Bueno. Karam. Bragley read it. Stopped it. Returns the carambola. That scores 0.2. Possible game point here for Bragley in the blue of post 2. Trying to stop him. Ron. Ron on the catch. Big backhand. Rebote by Bragley. Nicely played. Ron back to the inside from the Costado. It scores. 0.6. Play is going to continue. 6 with 4 points. Here's post 8, Tennessee. Point 6. Ron has 6 points, but remember, 9 points needed to win a superfecta game. Here's post 1, Carballo. Rebote left side by Ron. Catch by Carballo. Hard to the inside he goes, where it scores 0.1. Carballo has 4 points. Here's post 3, Ben. Powerful backhand by Carballo. 2-all by Ben. Whoa. Everything about that was pretty except the direction of the ball. Point 3. Ben has 4 points. Here's post 4. Kubala. Catch by Kubala. Backhand. Robote left side by Ben. Here's Kubala at the 10 line over the top. Hard to the inside. Ben comes hard from the left side. Robote forehand. Low and hard. Ben's there and dropped it. Point 4. 4 has 4 points. Here's post 5. El Barba. Good pickup on the forehand of Kubala. El Barba from the 9 line. Point 4. Kubala's on the board with 6 points. Once again, 9 points needed to win a Superfecta game. This matchup has Kubala serving to Bueno.
And while we have a second here, Stu, Fantasy updated through Game 7 actually just put the totals in for game number 7 so you could see what you need to finish it out if you're still pretty close up there.
Robote forehand from his knees. That's Kubala. Robote forehand by Kubala. Bueno from the 9 line on the backhand. Hooked. Robote falls short. Point 7. Returning with possible game point. Post 2. Bragley. Under serve. Point and game, ladies and gentlemen, to the blue shirt of post 2, Bragley. This is for second and third place. 6 serves to 4. There will then be a playoff for fourth. Great catch by Ron. Hard throw. Robote low and hard, but hooked. Point and place to post 6. 4 shows. 1 serves to 3. This is a playoff for fourth place. What a serve by Carballo. Beautiful. Carballo takes fourth. Unofficial order finish 2-6, 4-1. Coming in first, post 2, Bragley. Taking second, post 6. Ron coming in third, post 4, Kubala. Taking the quad, post 1, Carballo. 2-6, 4-1 is the official order finish for Game 8. We'll have your prices just a moment. There are your prices from Game 8, the $2 Quinella. That's first and second in any order, so that's 2-6 or 6-2, 34-20. Nice trifecta, 2-6-4. That's first, second, and third place finishing, 639-40. 10-cent Super, 2-6-4-1, 57-60. The Mighty Ocho, 5-6-7, 1-7-2-5-2. 4 of 8 numbers returning $4.50. Carryover jackpot, $1,031.20.
If somebody 5 years ago told me that I was going to be playing professional highlight, I'd be like, what are you talking about? The most frustrating aspect of the sport is the fact that you could probably play your ass off, and because of the component of chance in the sport, you could still lose. For me, the biggest motivator, I would say, is my son, because he comes out here, sees my games, and he looks up to me as like, oh, daddy, my daddy plays highlight, and I just want to make sure I come out here, make sure I make him proud. Main goal for the 2020 season is just, come out on top. That's been my goal from day one. So just doing what I can to make that happen.
And that was Bradley taking the win there in the final game of the week. 4th singles victory this week for Bradley, and a guy that you've seen a little bit of what he can do here, and it's only going to get better in this 2020 season. There, a good start in his 88 games he's played thus far, 12 wins for him. So, as we said there, come to expect much more from that guy. He's so athletic. There's people calling him like Spider-Man, the way the ball just sticks into his cesta there. I mean, he makes some unbelievable catches, great athleticism there. So, going to be fun to see how the season here closes out with Bradley.
No question about it. Having been out of here 3 weeks, not by my own choice, I'm really quite proud of how everybody has stepped up. It's not easy to break. It's not easy to break stride. It's not easy to break a system and have to go from doubles to singles. Some guys who don't normally play with other guys having to play with them and step up.
Right.
You announced play-by-play last year, so we know you can do that. But there's a little bit more involved than just talking to a microphone back here, as you all know, and you had to do it all entirely by yourself. So. And certainly, the couple people yesterday were like, hey, Stu, have you considered retirement? Why bother coming back?
No, not at all. We need you, Stu.
And Andrew's done. No, you did a terrific job. I actually enjoyed. One of the highlights of not being here was watching it, and that's good. That's good when you can actually sit back and enjoy a product that you're involved with.
Yeah, no, you get to see it from a different perspective. I mean, sometimes you don't really hear and see what you do. We have a great view here, but you miss some stuff that you see on the live stream there. So I'm sure that was a pretty particularly interesting
No, and I can say this absolutely, and it's having taken, not getting overly sentimental, but not to I've been very fortunate since I trashed my medical career many years ago and came into High Life full time. I've always been proud of my affiliations with World High Life, Florida Gaming. Always was associated with the best frontons and the best players, of course, and not to diminish our Connecticut frontons and other places, or superstars at Tampa or Palm Beach or some of the other frontons as well. But I've always been very fortunate to have enjoyed a good career in Highline and be associated with great programs. And I have a tremendous amount of pride in this program. I really do. Having stepped away from it, just to start something from scratch that didn't make any sense when they first started describing it. And to see it come along and even drag some namesayers, whether they're in Tigers Board or some folks from Tigers Board here in the here in the live chat, people are, for the most part, coming around. We've always been very honest about what it is that we do and what we're trying to do. Yeah. And it's Scott's vision. It's taken me 3 years to really subscribe to it. I don't always agree with everything. Like, for instance, having to, my bonus in the toilet for the high five. But hey, it's in the best interest of the program. Right. But joking aside, you did a fantastic job. Absolutely fantastic job in my absence. I'm very glad to be back and super proud of this program and everyone associated with it. Yeah, and a couple notes here to finish off the week. Golden Cesta going to go to Ron there. 15 singles wins on the week. Bueno had 11. Only guys that eclipsed the double-digit mark there. But Ron, Golden Cesta, I believe that's the second week in a row for him. 3 out of the last 4, so good playing from him. And that fantasy, we updated those fantasy scores. They are up to date. Congratulations to the winning entry for week number 12, Sunflowers. Ron, $10 they went with. Bueno is an $8 value. Then they had Fred as a $3 value to close it out, keeping within that $21 budget. Obviously, you have to do that to be in contention for those prizes. They will win not only that U.S. National Highlight Championship hat, plus $100 cash prize. We'll be in contact with you shortly. Congratulations there to Sunflowers on your winning entry there for Fantasy Highlight week number 12. And next week, as we said, we will not be playing our regularly scheduled Highlight. We have a special 3-day event coming up. We have player interviews Thursday and Friday leading up to that exhibition doubles duel. That'll take place Saturday evening. That is July 25th. That's Saturday night. Coverage begins 7:30 here on the Jai-Alai Channel on YouTube. And if you'd like to play along with that fantasy component, it's going to be the exact same site we use, fantasyhighlight.com. You're going to click under the doubles. We've been going for singles these past couple of weeks. All those singles players are going to be hidden. Those 5 doubles teams that are competing, we'll give them to you again. Benin Carballo, Tennessee Kubala, Ron Legend, Bradley and Bueno, Jed and Nanderluck. Those are the 5 teams. You choose one of them. And then you also have to post the score that you think the score will be for that final 15-point partido. You got to get the winner right, and you have to get the exact score right for your chance at that $250 grand prize there. That's for some sort of fantasy interactive component for next Saturday night. We'll email you those details as well, coming from that same fantasy website. I think that's all I got for us, Stu. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will do it for this Sunday matinee performance of Live Jai-Alai in the Magic City on YouTube's Jai-Alai Channel. We're glad that you chose to join us this afternoon and invite you to join us again on Saturday. Don't forget, we just gave you the rundown for the week. We are dark for the parimutuel portion, but we do have exciting Jai-Alai action in store for you coming up.
And a couple interviews there on Thursday and Friday as well.
Friday.
With those competitors in the doubles duel. We'll be doing some live interviews on the Jai-Alai Channel as well. Check those out.
And then the parimutuel action will return a week from Thursday. We sure hope you enjoyed today's Jai-Alai action at Magic City. Please like and subscribe to the Jai-Alai Channel. And let us know your thoughts and any questions you may have in the live chat. On behalf of the players, staff, and management of Magic City Jai-Alai, we thank you for joining us today and hope you would join us again next week, Thursday and Friday for player interviews and Saturday for a special non-wagering event. Goodbye till we can see you back here at Magic City Jai-Alai.